welcome back to our grade 10 maths lessons. I am Miss Awinup, your maths teacher. In our last lesson, we looked at polynomials, how to add, subtract, and multiply polynomials. In today's lesson, we are going to look at division of polynomials. Okay, division of polynomials. Now, polynomials are algebraic expressions, okay? More than 2 terms with a degree greater than 2, okay? So if you have 4 terms in an algebraic expression with the highest power of 3 or 4, that means that's a polynomial, okay? Now, before we move into division of polynomials, we are going to look at long division, all right? Now, we are expressing the polynomial as a product of its factors when we use division of polynomials. For example, we have, let's look at the term, all right, x cubed plus 6x squared plus 3x minus 10. This is a polynomial, okay? And we express it as a product of its binomials, which is x minus 1, x plus 5, and x plus 2, okay? So these are the factors, and this polynomial is a product of these factors, okay? So we are going to find those factors by way of division, okay? Now, we will have to recap how we do long division with pronumerals. So let's have a look at the number 745 and divide that by 3. Okay? Now, in important terms that we should remember, okay, this number is referred to as the dividend. Okay? This number here is the divisor. Okay? We just write it up here. The divisor, and the answer, all right, after we've done the division, the answer is the quotient, okay? So by division, we are going to find the factors that are multiplied to give us the pronumeral, okay? Now, again, recap here. We divide in this direction and we multiply in this direction. We always start with the first number. So 7 divided by 3 will not give us an exact value, but the closest answer to 7 would be 6. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. Okay, then we subtract. 7 subtract 6 is 1. 1 cannot be divided by 3, so we bring down the next number. Okay, then 14 will be divided by 3 to give us the closest value of 12, so 4 times 3 will give us 12. We subtract. We have 14 minus 12 will give us 2. Okay, 2 cannot be divided by 3, so we bring down the last term here, which is 5. That makes the last number here 25. Divide that term by 3 to give us 8. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, 25 minus 24 is 1. We do not have any more numbers here to bring down, so 1 is referred to as the remainder. Okay, so 745 divided by 3 is 248 and a remainder of 1. Okay, so the same idea is applied when we are dividing polynomials, okay? We divide in this direction and we multiply in this direction, okay? So let's look at the next example, which is a polynomial, okay? And we are going to divide this by another algebraic expression, okay? Let's see. Example number 2, x cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10, okay, divided by x minus 3, okay. So here's our polynomial expression, and we're dividing it by x minus 3. Remember that we are dividing so that we are able to factorize. So x minus 3 is one of the factors. We are yet to find the other two factors, okay? So let us use the division symbol there and put our dividend and divisor in the correct place. We have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 13x plus 10. This is our dividend. And the divisor is x minus 3. Okay? Now, like we did here, we divide in this direction first. So x cubed divided by x. We use the leading term and divide by the leading term here. Okay? So x to the power of 3 divided by x. We are applying more than one skill here. Indices, directed numbers are all going to be applied here, so we need to be very careful. X cubed divided by x is the same as saying x cubed over x. Index here is 3, so x to the power of 3 minus 1 will give us x squared. Okay, so x cubed divided by x is x squared. Now we multiply this way. X squared times x will give us x cubed. And this is where the second term here is used. X squared times negative 3 will give us negative 3x squared. Okay? Once we have found that, we are going to subtract. Okay? So, x cubed minus x cubed will cancel out. And positive 2x squared minus negative 3x squared will give us positive 5x squared. All right? Now, we are going to bring down this term here so that we have a binomial to divide by this one. So minus 13x, all right? Then we divide up this way again. 5x squared divided by x will give us positive 5x, okay? 5x times x will be 5x squared. 5x times negative 3 will give us negative 15x, okay? We are going to subtract here. 5x squared minus 5x squared will cancel out. Negative 13x minus negative 15x will give us 2x. Okay, that goes there. Now 2x cannot be divided by this term here, so we have to bring down the next term in the polynomial here, plus 10. Okay, so 2x divided by x will give us 2. So plus 2. 2 times x is 2x. All right. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Okay. Now, we are going to subtract. 2x minus 2x will cancel out. And positive 10 minus negative 6 will give us positive 16. Okay. We have no more terms to bring down, so positive 16 is the remainder. Okay. Now, like I said, very similar to division that we do with polynomials, pronumerals. All right. With polynomials, the idea is the same. Divide this way and then multiply this way. So we have found that the other factor of this polynomial is the quadratic here. Now, we've already learned how to factorize a quadratic expression. So, in order to find the 3 factors of a polynomial, we have 1 here, and then we find the other 2 by factorizing this quadratic expression. All right? Now, let's try out one more example to see how we divide. Okay? Let's look at example number 3. All right. And we have x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus 9 divided by x plus 2. Okay? So we divide in this direction and multiply this way. Okay? So x cubed divided by x will give us x squared. X squared times x will give us x to the power of 3. Okay? And x squared times 2 will give us plus 2x squared. Right? Now we subtract. This x cubed and x cubed here cancel out. And 3x squared minus 2x squared will give us x squared. We can't divide this by this expression, so we're going to bring down the next term, plus x. Okay? X squared divided by x will give us plus x. All right? X times x is x squared. And x times positive 2 will give us 2x. Okay? Again, we subtract. X squared minus x squared will cancel out. And x minus 2x will give us negative x. Okay? Again, we cannot divide negative x by this binomial here, so we have to bring down the term at the end plus 9. All right? So negative x divided by x will give us 1. Okay? 1 times x is, negative x divided by x will give us negative x. All right? Negative x. So negative 1 times x is negative x here. Negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. Okay? Subtract. Negative x minus negative x will cancel out. Okay? 9 minus negative 2 will give us positive 11. At this point, we have no more terms to bring down, so this is the remainder. Okay? So, we have found the factors for this example here, x plus 2 and the quadratic x squared plus x minus 1. Now, the quadratic expression can be factorized again so that you have the polynomial expressed as a product of its binomial factors, all right, the simplest form. All right. Now, I hope you have learned something interesting and how we can practice this method of dividing here so that we can identify factors of polynomials. I hope you have learned something. I'll see you in the next lesson when we continue with remainder theorem of polynomials. Join me then.